Good morning there, Rainbow Bestie. My name's Alicia Segovia, founder of the Rainbow Band-Aid, and I'm just popping on here today to give you some important updates and insights into your health. So we lost a legend this week. James Van Der Beek, the face of a generation, passed away at just 48 years old from colorectal cancer. He was the face of fitness, right? Fit, active, by all accounts, healthy is what we would say. So when he passed away, it is a wake-up call that this isn't just cancer that old people get, that your grandma gets or your grandpa gets. We're starting to see that it affects younger people at much higher and more alarming rates. So what do we do? How do we protect ourselves? How do we prevent this type of cancer from causing our demise? Warning signs for colorectal cancer are oftentimes very, very, very silent. And we don't know that we're sick. We don't know that we have cancer until sometimes it's too late. So James knew that something was off in 2023 with what originally started as changes to bowel habits. Thought it was just coffee, drinking, crazy lifestyle, right? As we often do sometimes when we get occasional symptoms, we just brush it aside. Not a big deal, nothing to worry about. If your symptoms are lasting more than a few days, it's really important not to ignore them. What do we watch out for? So key symptoms to watch out for would be changes to your bowel habits. Are you noticing diarrhea, constipation, maybe some changes to the stool? Is it becoming more narrow? Those are all really important things to monitor. So I know poop's gross. We don't really like to talk about that and have that conversation. I've seen it all. I've heard it all. You cannot faze me at this point. But it is important that when you have a bowel movement, you look at it and you're looking for texture changes. You're looking for changes in the color, size. All of that is so, so important. Rectal bleeding is another big sign that you could potentially have signs of colorectal cancer. So that would be bright red bleeding, dark tarry stools. And if you're like, what is a dark tarry stool? Think of tar, think of like oil, that sticky black, that in your stool. So it's very noticeable. It's easily seen with the naked eye. Unexplained weight loss or extreme fatigue. So if you are losing weight at a rapid rate and you are not dieting, you're not exercising, nothing's really changed, you're not doing any big lifestyle changes, but you are continuously dropping weight, then it is really important to look into that, because that is a big sign that there could be something going on that needs to be evaluated and investigated a little bit more. The big takeaway that I want everyone to get out of this little vlog that I'm doing today, okay, is that screening saves lives. Say it with me. Screening saves lives. So if it is caught early, the survival rate for colorectal cancer is over 90%. So I know with this recent death of a celebrity, all of us are freaking out. We're really on high alert. Do I have colorectal cancer? Does somebody I love have colorectal cancer? Am I going to die if we get screened? If we do everything that we are supposed to do? My hope is that we're able to detect it early and we're able to save your life. So what is the recommendations? When do I get a colonoscopy? So the recommended age for your first screening has just been lowered from 50 to 45. So if you have not heard that update, I am here yelling it out. The screening has changed for a colonoscopy from 50 to 45. So that is new, and that is something that I want everyone to know. So if you said, I'm 44, I have, a few more years till I'm 50. No, it is time to prepare for that moment where we got to get screened. If you have a family history, you can start earlier, maybe at the age of 40 or 10 years before your relative's diagnosis age. So now it's time to get a colon cancer screening. What does that mean? How do I prepare? Okay, what do we do now? While a colonoscopy is considered to be a gold standard, because it can remove precancerous polyps during the procedure, there are also at-home stool-based tests like FIT, or the Cologuard test. That could be a great alternative or option for you, depending on what your needs are, depending on your family history, and depending on insurance, all of that. So James spent his final years advocating for early detection. So let's honor him and his memory by taking control of our health. Today is the day. Today is the day to call that GI doctor that you have been putting off for who knows how long. You know it's, time for your colonoscopy. You know who you are, and it's time for you to get checked, right? Call your GI doctor. Let them know that you need to go in for a consult. We need to get this scheduled because cancer doesn't wait. Cancer doesn't care if you're busy. Cancer doesn't care if you got to drop your kids off at school. Cancer doesn't care if you have ballet practice and all this. Cancer doesn't care. Cancer will not wait for you to have time. So it is important that we set aside time in our schedules to get those necessary screenings done. And if you have concerns, well, I have a family history. I'm 20 years old. I'm having some bowel changes. Should I be worried? What do I do? Is it too early? I need help. Give me a call. I'm happy to provide that assistance for you and to get you started and to see what I can do to provide that support. So my number is 945-500-7425, 945-500-7425. And if you don't want to use me, that's okay. I don't care who you use. Just get checked out. Just have that conversation and make that appointment with your PCP. Okay. It can be during your annual. If you have a family history and it's something that you've been putting off, it can't wait. Don't wait. You had your annual in January already. It's February. I'll just wait until my next annual. No, cancer doesn't wait, and you shouldn't either. So call your PCP, call me, call whoever you need to make sure that you are getting those appropriate screenings to really prevent and offer that early detection. Thank you.